lovely people of Twitch and YouTube. We're back with another entry in our list. So, today actually, I know how to start, but I really want to make today's stream a bit more special. And I'm not sure how good my game will be today, but I'll do my best anyway. But that's not the point today at all. So this will be, I guess, the newest entry in our Let's Chat About It series, which we had also on the previous channel. I do have also a couple of entries not re-uploaded yet, so I might do tomorrow. We had one of the Substance movie, and the other one was for the second season of um. Yeah, I can't seem straight. Still, I'm full of emotions. I'll get it right now. Yeah, that Squid Game was the second entry. So yes, these were the two previous episodes. And today we have something awesome to discuss. And this awesome thing is called the Linkin Park. I know if I can put up the music, I'm a bit like afraid of the copyrights, etc., etc. Especially considering that this will go to YouTube. But usually I have the music cut out, but I normally use just the entries from the open playlists and so on. But enough talking. So what we had was the experience of our lifetime, and it was this Tuesday when we finally got to meet the awesome community, awesome people, and hear Linkin Park live in Frankfurt. So it was night one for them, and it was night one in a lifetime for us, I would say. So let's start the game first, and we'll continue with that. So we went to the From Zero to War concert on Tuesday in Frankfurt. And let me tell you guys, this was just awesome. I cannot even begin to think how to explain it to you on how good it was, how amazing it was, and I'm actually so overwhelmed that I was literally just a couple of minutes ago thinking, hey, this would be the perfect topic to discuss and stream. But now I'm just sitting here and thinking, OMG, I have no idea where to start, simply because it's so good. Don't get me wrong, this was the best concert of my life. And I mean it. I've been to several ones, I've been to Pet Shop Boys, I've been to, for example, the Live Banks of G Unit. But trust me, the Linkin Park, they are so cool, man. And I know that many people are just like skeptical considering what happened to Chester and like what in general let's say the the way they actually now perform with Emily and like how it's so different and stuff. But I must tell this was like other level of awesomeness. I cannot imagine a concert better than it was there. Starting from the organization, starting from the people in the crew, and I will get to that real soon, and till the emotions when we actually drove back home, because we live like, let's say, how much? 80 kilometers from the venue. And I must tell you, this is something. They are just different. They are different on so many levels that you cannot imagine. And when we actually drove home, we realized that it was like a dream. Like a dream really coming true. Like a dream with like no regrets, nothing. And I would say this was experience of a lifetime. So, besides, I must say that we kind of, how should I put it? There were some minor issues that I had, and simply because um, when I bought the tickets back when they were available, the issue was that these tickets came and went. What I mean by that is that even though we are like part of the LPU family and we have the early access to the tickets to everything else, the way tickets were distributed is that they were added in portions, right? So that means that the well, like first sections to buy the tickets for, and they were gone like in 10 minutes. After then, they went and gave us another portion of the tickets for the different part. And they were gone again in like 15 minutes. So when the third portion came up, I was like, you know what? I don't care. I will buy any ticket I can, even though I have, well, first of all, I have a disability, so something like stair climbing isn't what I usually do around here. And the second law, which is not related to my condition, I have a tremendous and awful fear of heights. Like, I remember when we went to one of the concerts like a couple of years ago, we booked the place that's right like at the last section of the arena. And oh my god, I was just shaking because I looked down and the way the stage was positioned, it was in the center of the like this arena, which is kind of round shaped, and you kind of look always down on your like object or on your performer. And you have also this feeling that you're gonna dive into them. There's like holding for my dear life, and that because these were the only tickets I could get. And I said, okay, you know what? Frick it. And actually, I want to say huge thank you to the staff that helped us, and like we could, even though we got almost near the same places, but it was just a bit lower. And because I didn't know even how high this arena was. And I'm so grateful for the whole crew. And I truly want to say thank you because you made this so special. And before I get to the main part of it, which is obviously the music, I want to give a not big, let's say a huge shout out and maybe the help of Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, wherever this clip is gonna end up on. I want to give an amazing shout out and say thank you to one particular crew member. Her name, all I know is her name was Angie, and she met us at the merge station outside of the venue. We had a very nice small talk, me, Ellie, and her, and she even gave us some like small gifts that I may assume are small to her, but they meant a world to us, considering that we were waiting for this concert for the last 22 and 24 years. So, what I want to say is, Angie, I don't know if you're ever going to see this video or the clip. You actually managed to make this day as special as it could get. And I cannot believe the luck and the blessing that we got by meeting you in this venue. And I'm really thankful from the bottom of my heart that even with like couple of minutes we managed to share and to talk to you, that they could make so much impact on this day. And we were too overexcited to actually ask her for any like Insta or something else, even though she took a picture and she promised to give it to the manager of LB. But all I want to say is thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. That was truly a blessing to meet you and to share our emotions with such a nice person. And now to the music. So the music was like top notch. I must say, the first band that was out there, the JPEG Mafia, they were not my cup of tea, but I can say nothing bad or nothing like weird. I can say I truly enjoyed the performance, but obviously it doesn't mean that the performance were like bad or so. This is a bit of a problem with the artists that you don't know too well. That for some genres, it's very important, for example, to know the lyrics beforehand. And I assume this is what a bit made my experience with knowing the JPEG Mafia a bit underwhelming, but nevertheless, it was like a slow and steady start. And they played, I guess, like a half an hour, 40 minutes. After which came the architects. To my shame, I must say I never heard architects in my life before. And today, after 2 days of a concert, I can tell you that was such a mistake. Because this band is anything like you ever want from the like real rock band, a bit of heavier style, with some growling, with some like heavy bass and especially heavy vocals. So when they came out, you kind of understood where are you now, you know. So they took the assignment to prepare ourselves for Linkin Park, and trust me, they did their homework. They did their homework to perfection. The way they kind of made it, how should I even put it? You know, I'm now thinking, I'm rewinding all of this in my head, and I'm trying to like actually get to the point here, and I'm failing miserably, as you can tell. So, but what I can say for sure is that architects really set the bar. Even though, let's be real, it's hard to set the bar for someone like Linkin Park of the musicians, but my goodness, the music was awesome. So, and what I also like is that their frontman, he really understood, even though it may sound a bit like, I don't know, wrong. I most definitely don't mean something bad here. But what I truly respected was that the main frontman of this band, he knew he was not the main star here. So, to get to my point, he understood that his job is not to kind of promote himself, even though after what I read about them, for crying out, this band needs no promotion. They are just awesome. Oh my god, I went to the concert. But he knew that for the people that came, here they came for the Linkin Park experience. And it could be very felt. He mentioned the tragic um, events with the famous football player. So I am not a football fan. I don't remember the name, but you know what I'm talking about. The brothers who just passed away like last week, I guess. Rest in peace to them, and my condolences to the fans and the family. And not to mention, even though it's almost like 7 years or almost 8 soon, passing of Chester still hurts. I guess, will hurt always. So, what the frontman of the Architects has accomplished was he managed to make it special for everyone. And I truly respect that. That was so good and so awesome of him to do it this way that it's hard to actually explain it. Therefore, first of all, huge thanks to him because I could understand that he probably wanted a bit to maybe promote their band or maybe like to talk more about their uh, new stuff. The songs are amazing, by the way. I surely want you to check them out. But he really set out the playing field for the Linkin Park entrance. When they came to the stage, we knew it would be amazing. We knew it from the first, not even a minute. We knew it from the second the countdown started. So if you don't know, when the Linkin Park performs, they have this countdown clock on the big screen starting 10 minutes before the band comes out. And they start with a small snippet of Chester's voice, and from there, basically, the whole concert begins. And oh my god, it was so great. I cannot really tell you how amazing this was. Like, and I want to also point out that I'm not a person who actually compares Linkin Park with Chester and with Emily, because in my opinion it makes zero sense whatsoever. For me, they are totally incomparable in the core, basically. Well, what I'm saying by that is that if you want to compare them, I don't think you to realize what Linkin Park is all about. Because the whole ideas, the whole vision that Chester built together with Mike and the rest of the guys, it's still there, you know? So when you're saying that, oh, like, let's say, new Linkin Park is just a shadow of, like, the old version or something like this, which is total nonsense. For me, either you have no idea what you're talking about, which can be, or you are just not a real fan. Because to be fair, to have the possibility to hear your favorite band still killing it after such a long time, that's mesmerizing, you know. That's just something out of this world. And I truly cannot tell, like, if you are not uh, understanding why they came back, I have questions for you, very, like, very, very much, to be honest. But back to the topic. I always knew that, for example, Emily has an amazing voice. This is nothing like super new or super unknown here. However, what's truly amazing is that how they actually sing live. Because, oh my god, I must say, the live performance is just another level. The whole, like, I'm getting actually emotional just by recording this and just by, like, remembering the whole emotions I managed to live through back then and now. This is just, I don't know how to describe it for real. And from the first song to the last song, that was something. Like, that was just so great. And you actually were, like, in this whirlpool of amazing music, amazing performance, amazing laser show, amazing everything. And how should I put it? The best thing about it was that even though, like, you know that they're like a rock band and that usually they play this more or less heavier stuff, and you can argue how, like, how good or how bad it is whatsoever, you must realize that this was just so humble of a concert that you truly cannot imagine. This, I felt not like I'm on concert. I felt like I came to, like, how should I even say it? I cannot really even think of an idea. How should I put it? You came to You know what? Imagine this. You came to some club where your friend who you haven't seen for like ages who reunites your favorite school band, if that makes any sense. And when you get here, or there whatsoever, it feels like you're surrounded by people you know for ages, even though you've seen them once in your lifetime. And I'm not talking about the artists, even though you probably are seen live in like first time of your life. But I'm speaking more about the audience, about the people surrounding you, about the people who are actually there together with you to feel this connection, if that makes any sense. And this feeling is just truly something else. Like, for me, I felt like I'm home. Same was for Ellie. And we discussed it afterwards. It really felt like being home together with your like loved ones and just enjoying something that brought you together in the first place. And Linkin Park is truly one of those few groups, few musicians, even fewer if you take the genre into the consideration, that can do it. And what's also amazing is that this concert, there was room for almost every emotion on the spectrum. There was room for laughter, there was room for tears, there was room maybe for a bit of anger, there was room for like letting go. There was room for laying out and just slam or I don't know, create a mouse pit and just stumble around, shaking your head to the rhythm. And it's all was packed in like 2 hour show. Plus the other like 2.5 hours for the like architects and GP Mafia. And I don't know much artists who can provide such a range of emotions. We're not speaking just about, let's say, nostalgia, right? Even though they played a tremendous amount of songs before that. Like, uh, not before that, sorry, what I meant is they played a lot of songs which were the old ones, like from Hybrid Theory. They played songs from Meteora. And they also added in the new stuff like Heavy's the Crown or Two Faced. And that was just awesome. You know? You kind of like felt it down your spine that it's every emotion you can ask for. and that was truly touching because like in between the songs or in between like choruses, you could manage to like look around and you could see that people around you feel the same. They feel the same range. You saw people laughing. You saw people crying. You saw people like just shaking their heads and just rocking to the beat. You saw people like, I know, kissing because they got there together. And this whole thing, this whole range could be provided by one band. I know I'm probably repeating myself, but I know much people, I know much artists who are actually capable of such things. And you may say, oh, when the artist is good enough, he should do it anyway. But that's the case. Usually, artists regarding the let me just say, we'll be right back. Let me just quickly turn off my mic. Okay, I needed Ellie in for a second. She's too shy for the camera. So let's finish our last game. So what I wanted to say and point out is that Linkin Park actually managed this whole thing to be in the whole concert to be truly special. And I truly wish that there would be more bands like this. And I truly want to like, even though you know, who am I to encourage someone, right? But I really want you to feel encouraged to maybe like someday to become such bands. Because you may say, well, where am I in Linkin Park? But we were all at some point like kids, students, someone, maybe no one, right? Well, how we saw it. But if guys like Mike, like Chester, despite everything happened to him, if they managed to create such an amazingly important thing as the band Linkin Park, then why couldn't someone else do something which they would be proud of? I'm not encouraging you to create another clone of them. It's not my point, and never will be. What I want to encourage you is just create something that after long years, you can look back and to just think for a second and say, you know what? I actually can make this world a better place. And I would say this is exactly what Linkin Park managed to do. At least for me, for my lovely Ellie, and for I would say uh, thousands of people who were there on Tuesday, right? They managed to be these like special people, if you like. They managed to create a special feeling of belonging. You know, I will finish this whole speech in this video with the following. I guess I will just resign here, and it's this video. It's not about chess, right? This video is not gonna get like much stream, but what I want to say at the end is, in the end, pun intended, is that Linkin Park has an amazing song called Somewhere I Belong. And what I truly want to say is that, interestingly enough, this Friday, sorry, this Tuesday, and I'm pretty sure this Wednesday, since they had two concerts, the Linkin Park, together with Emily, with all the musicians, with Mike, with Chester, they managed to create a place where we all belonged. And I cannot thank them enough for that. Truly, I cannot thank them enough for making this miracle happen to every single one of us. There's just not enough words to say it. So, with that being said, I want to say special thanks for sub. Oh, oh, Cleo. But what I truly want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you, Linkin Park. Thank you to every crew member. Thank you to Angie. And thank you to the whole LPU, to every fan who was there on Tuesday or Wednesday, on any other concert around the world. Because thanks to all of you, we could experience the miracle of having a place, a moment where we belong. That was Golly Hedgehog Thank you for your time. Leave your comment whether you were on the other concert of LP of someone else. But thank you very, very much for that. And we'll see us on the weekend. So we will fight again for 1,000 rapid rating. So stay tuned and have a great day. Rock your life.